Hey guys, GameBoy3800 here once again, and I'm just going to do a review of a system I got for Christmas. You might have seen the video of my Christmas gifts and whatnot, but either way, this is just my opinions and basically my thoughts of the Magnavox Odyssey from 1972. Well, first off is that I don't really like that it has its own proprietary video cable and that you need to have this switch box to plug it in and bring it to the TV. And why I don't like it is because it has the Forks of Death by the Devil at the end for UHF connection. And as you can see, one of them is sadly broken off. And you can't replace it because, as I said before, it's proprietary. It won't fit in any other connection. So I had to go and get a conversion cable. And mine, unfortunately, did not come with an instruction booklet, so I had to go download one, which was a pain to print and a pain to keep together. Had to get wood staples and jam them in. So getting to the main part, just gonna go into the other room where the system's all set up and get playing. This is what the conversion wire looks like. One end looks like this, that would go into the Odyssey and into the switch box, and the other end looks like this, where you would use one of these to adapt it to standard cable. Somehow I ended up getting two of them in the same package. I'm trying to see what's up with that right now, but yeah, gonna start playing. Now before I turn this thing on, let me point out a few things. Number one, the controller wires are very bulky and short, so I'm like right behind the camera and only 2 feet away from the TV, so yeah. The system turns on by putting one of these circuit cards in here. Pretty efficient, I guess, but about half the time it doesn't work, so I had to keep taking it in and out and like changing channels or whatnot on the TV. On the back you have your center. Sometimes it's not center, so you have to adjust it left and right. Speed, that would be the speed you want your little dots to move. 2 controllers and an accessory, which was obviously the Magnavox Odyssey gun, which is really rare. So, yep. Alright guys, this system uses overlays instead of using graphics on the screen, so unfortunately the only way to play the system is to use an old TV like that. Because the static from the screen holds it on, won't stick to a newer flat screen TV. There's 6 game carts and 11 overlays that I have. I'm going to go through them all one by one, but please mind if there's black lines going up and down. I can't help that. It's how old TVs were built. Don't ask me. Ask Chuck Norris or someone. Another thing I want to point out is that the system doesn't have sound either. So, well, if you turned up the volume, it'll just be the beautiful static that you all know and love. So, just going to have it all the way down. So one of the players needs to hit reset so a ball will come flying onto the screen. In this case it's player 2. And sometimes it doesn't happen anyway, so then I hit it and it magically appears to be on, I don't know. When one player misses, you have to hit reset, and I don't know why, but second player's controller is not working well. And these are both supposed to be new controllers. Why did it go up there? Well, on to the next game. Okay, going on to game number 2. Well, number 3 actually. I don't want to play football, and as you can see, it takes some time for the system to completely shut off. It goes a little wacko. So, taking off the table tennis overlay, which will still stick to pretty much anything, we put on the hockey overlay. Hockey is pretty much self-explanatory. You get the puck into the other guy's goal. Game card number 3. And there we go. And this is hockey. Try to get it into the other player's goal, and the other guy gets a point. Although you wouldn't know that because the system doesn't even keep score. You'd have to get a scorecard down, or at least use a calculator of some type. And it's very easy to just get it and leave it be. Hit reset button again, and for this game it's working. Working rather well, I must say. And this is a game that I guess pretty much anyone could jump into. With table tennis, you need to get the basics. This, you could just let the system take over. So yeah, there's a third knob on the side of the controller. Well, on top of the horizontal thing that would make the ball change direction, as you saw. The player in control of the ball can make it go up and down, left, well not left or right, but just up and down. And yeah, this is a pretty self-explanatory game and a fun game, I must say. It's an okay game for the Odyssey. Moving on to game number 4. One more thing, guys, when you take out the game card, it makes a weird whistly humming sound. Listen. I'm not sure if it's the system or the TV, because they're basically right next to each other, but yeah, I'm gonna have to see what's up with that in a minute. I'm sure it's nothing. Probably just the system being so old, new batteries and maybe new cable. I'm not sure. I'll look into it, but I'm sure it's nothing. Let's just continue playing as normal. Alright, well, while my buddy went to go and get something, I'm gonna switch out overlays and put in another game card. The overlay. This one's similar, but not it. There it is. This one's submarine. This one's not sticking all the way. No matter. Well, here. Oh, I put it on backwards. That's probably why it's not sticking well. Okay, here player 2 needs to follow this line that's all blue. Needs to follow it best he can. And with these controllers, it's not quite the best. Alright, player 1, which is me over here by the submarine, has to attack player 2, which follows a squiggly line that's along a path. You start from, I don't know where, but you start somewhere. Oh, I know. Hang on. Okay, after reading the instructions, it says that after you start playing and you fire a missile, you have to swap controllers. Swap controllers with the second player and then keep count. It's just confusing. So, on to the next game, I guess. Alright, cat and mouse. Self-explanatory, it's cat and mouse. I'm the cat over here, player 2 is the mouse up there. Objective is to try and avoid the blue squares, while the mouse has to try and get to the bottom square that's over here and he'll be safe. Or I had to go up and eat him. In that case, second player would hit reset and he'll end up back there. So, I guess ready, set, go. With these controls, it's really hard. And he made it, so we reset again. And somehow he ends up over there. So now once he gets back to his mouse spot, we go again and keep playing. Keeping score again in our heads, and I got him that time. So now he goes back to his spot, we go again, and continue until we get either bored, tired, or get drunk or something. Okay, next game. Okay, next game is called Haunted House. Peeling off the cat and mouse overlay, seeing which way is correct on the Haunted House one. It uses the same number card as the other one, so kind of the same. I have to try and find this guy, well, player 2, which is the ghost, and he's hiding somewhere, and I need to move somewhere, I guess, according to a dice. So let me find out which one I am. I'm that one. Second player, so far nowhere to be seen. There's second player. Alright, second player would go and hide in one of these places, and I'd have to go and find him. And I got to admit the overlay does a really good job hiding him. So let's say if he's... Can you see him? He's right there. Now he would stay there and I'd have to go and find him, starting through here. And there's some cards that I'd have to pick too. But I'm just going to leave those out, see if I can't find him. I obviously know where he is. But same thing as cat and mouse. If I catch him, he disappears. We hit reset and he appears and he has to go someplace else to hide. Like now he's the candles, which I get him again, and there we go. It's, I guess you'd say it's okay, like if one player isn't looking and the other guy goes to hide. It's an okay game. Kind of shallow though, I guess. Alright, next game for the Odyssey is called, well, roulette, as you could probably tell by the overlay, but it's when you hit the reset button on the second controller, the white dot comes and would show where it lands, and often it doesn't land on a number. So that's, well, another way you could do it is to have it in the center move it all around, then see where it ends up. And I guess that way it's a little bit better, but if it goes up the screen or something, you don't know where it was, so yeah. It's one of those games that doesn't need to be a video game. I don't know, maybe go to Las Vegas or somewhere and, I don't know, get out the deck and cards and play there, but not at home. It's not an at-home game anyways. Well, either way, thanks. Okay, next game is called States. Uses the same controller, well, same cart as roulette. And this is when player 1, which would be me, calls out names of states and asks for facts that are on a little flashcard, and player 2 would have to control their little dot and bring it to where I say. So player 2, bring it to Texas. Okay, good. And so on and so on. I'd ask a few things like, what's the capital of Texas? I don't know, and I really don't care. So, again, this doesn't need to be a video game. Board game? I don't know. Video game? Nuh-uh. Something else. Alright, this game is Simon Says, and haha, the camera is focusing on the faces. Don't know why. Or it has a square around them. But this is Simon Says. I draw flashcards. I'm not going to because I don't want to. But an example would be go to dog's ear, and then we'd, I don't know, race to see which one gets there first. So then Simon would say go to boy's hand or girl's hand, something. Then player 2, which ironically doesn't want to move right now, would try to get there first. Another one would be maybe go to cat's tail. Another one would be go to dog's nose or something. Yeah, pretty simple yet challenging, I must say. Alright, the last game I'm going to play is called Skating. With this, player 1 makes his little guy over here follow this trail, and player 2 would keep time. And with these controls, it's quite hard actually. You take one of the 3 trails, either the short one, which I'm going to take, or the long one. And there we go, that was probably 5 seconds. Or you could have like player 1 and player 2 both go at the same time, taking different routes or whatever, but it's all pretty much the same. That's the last game I'm going to play. Overall, the Magnavox Odyssey is a very good system for its time, being that it was the first. I didn't do a few games, like I didn't do Analogic or Football, because they're complicated and involve lots of math and stuff. Being that I'm on vacation, I don't want to be at school. So, simply saying, Game Boy out, and thanks.